who are these people? Does anyone know who these people are? Right here, real quick. Anybody know who these people are? Just raise your hand. No? Every single portrait is a man by the name of Advantage. And actually, this guy, he did self-portraits of himself. He painted himself. And what was crazy to me is that when he was painting himself, you can't really tell that it's the same guy. Especially the one in the nude. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up. And when I was sitting back thinking about doing this project, I thought about something very interesting. What came at me was that people don't really see themselves for what they really are. And when you think about the Renaissance era, you start to look into that the mirrors weren't very clear. If you look into a mirror now, you will see that it's very clear. You can see the details in your face. You can see every little freckle on your face and all that. They weren't clear. So as an artist who's painting himself, he had to rely on a cloudy mirror and at the same time rely on some other people to tell him what he looked like in order to draw himself with absolute precision. So what's happened to us on campus is that it's finals week, right? Finals week is coming up. And what's happened is that we've got one individual sitting in this room, and we've got 2 or 3 other people sitting in this room that believe that they're 5 or 6 different other people. Because of what? Because of that you did bad on a particular exam. You're doing bad in a course. And what's happened is that you're working in 2009 from an absolute clear mirror of yourself. And over the course of this semester, when you first saw yourself walking in the road, going on to graduation, something happened. Something happened from August until December. And for some reason, you thinking to yourself that you're not the same person that you was when you walked in here. Yeah, that's good. Like some of y'all think that y'all not the same ones that was grinding back in the deep. How did y'all lose that? I lost that. I was on academic probation, semester 1. Semester 1. So I'm coming in with a whole nother fight. And then I started to think of myself as a failure. So now that I see myself in the mirror, a perfect individual who has everything together with his face, he got the haircut, he got the polo, he got the shoes, everything looking straight, but something wrong with you, Walt. So as I'm looking into the mirror of my life, I can't rely on the mirror. So scratch the mirror. Let's go back to the crib. Parents love you. Everybody's saying, oh, you're going to do good, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But for some reason, when I would go home, my uncles would talk to me about, Walt, you ain't got no girl? We're talking about academics. Walt, you ain't going to be this, you ain't going to be that, because you ain't got no girl. My uncle always used to tell me, keep a pair and a spare. Keep 2 girls and a spare on the side. I'm like, I can't do that. Well, what you saying? What you saying, you better than me? No. But I can't rely on your view or your perspective of me in order to build myself. So the only thing that I can rely on is the vision that I have of myself, the imagine me. That's right. And some of y'all need to get back to the point to where you can imagine me. It's that same me that was walking across the stage, that was getting a degree. You ain't even there yet. But as long as you keep replaying that image in your head, I promise you, it don't matter how many tests you fail, get back up and do it again. That's good. It don't matter how far you fall, get back up and do it again. Because you will end up like Advantage, who painted himself in several different ways. Because he was so busy trying to work on the inner self that he never really looked at too often. He painted himself several different ways. Some of y'all painting yourself several different ways. Living your life a certain way when you come in these walls, but yet when you walk outside the Advantage, you're a completely different person. Yeah. That's a good word. I'm not talking about academics, because the academics ain't what's killing people out here. Ask Tiger Woods, unfortunately. It's not the academics. King said it's character plus education that gives the true purpose of what it is. If you still ain't here, looking, playing, putting on the show, and you out there, I'm hearing the stories. I'm hearing the stories. And the people will pull you down not because of the fame that you have, but because you have yet to see the imagine me that's in you. And we still looking at mirrors. Some of y'all ladies, y'all beautiful. Fellas, we handsome. And y'all still looking in the mirrors and seeing the problem. Some of y'all got, boom, straight. But you still seeing somebody fat. Yeah. You still seeing somebody that's, and you 102 pounds. Yeah. And you seeing that you fat?
Yeah, yeah.
I represent the big boys club. Man, I ain't caring nothing about that. Yeah. I get to the gym when I get there.
That's right.
Whenever I get around to,
that's right.
I'm gonna hit it off.
That's right. That's right.
But until then,
that's right.
The gym ain't gonna be the same. So I see beyond the physical features. I can see the inner self, not because I'm so engulfed in loving myself, but because I see a picture. And it was funny, Dwayne, how it came to me, because I saw a picture of how I used to be, a picture of how I am, and a picture of where I'm going. And the only thing that kept me straight and kept me sane was not the picture that I had of myself currently, but it was the picture that I had of myself when I was, and the picture that I had of myself when I will be. And that's the only thing that's keeping me going to the forward progression. So that's stopping me from going back, because I know what I was. Some of y'all know what y'all was, and y'all trying to revert back to that. Some of y'all know where y'all came from, and y'all trying to revert back to that. No, I'm not going back to the D. No, not the city. Right. I'm not going back to the D.
Yeah.
Because it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much on this. It's too much on this. Some of y'all got stuff that's going on in your head, and it's costing y'all too much. Too much. And the thing is that when you start to imagine yourself, you will see that the things that you're thinking about currently don't have nothing to do with where you're supposed to be going. Some of y'all thinking about trying to kick it with girls, and it has nothing to do with where you're going. Because where you're supposed to end up is with a wife. Where you're supposed to end up is with a husband. Where you're supposed to end up is with a degree. Not the degree that's going to open up the doors to a 12 by 12 closet filled with countless shoes. That's not what this is. Because what happens is you will do anything to get the shoes and forget about the image of me and do anything to get the shoes. So that's how we fall into lifestyles of, well, I know I'm cool when I come in here, but when I'm out there, I can do what I want.